Your name. Did you almost spit?
Yeah.
You still bite!
Oh, God.
I killed her!
Is it gonna be something about dancing? Working out butts, butt cheek workout.
Void beetles.
Ugh. Ugh. Fucking beetle. Oh, I'm ready to go inside. All right.
You make me nervous.
Good. Make a lot of people nervous. Take a number, sweet cheeks.
Oh! Welcome to Beyond Bytes, everybody. I am your host, Frag Paws. We are joined by Sir Bear down there. Yep, that's hands. And Hot Dog to whatever direction that is over there. Over there. That's a direction. And this
It is over
episode, it is over there.
Hi.
This episode is E3 coverage. So E3 is a very big game boner event for everybody. Where we all get excited about the games that have no release dates.
Some of them.
So,
I felt like everything that I wanted was like early in this quarter, late in this quarter, no date. Most of them. But we are going to give you all the E3 coverage and our opinions. Our favorite showcases are these little logos down here. So as you can see, diversity.
I can't see the logo, so I guess I'll know what my favorite one was later when I watch the show.
I just picked random favorites. I don't even know what they are.
I believe that.
Yeah. So we are going to go through all the showcases, give you our personal rundowns of what we thought and what made us excited and what made us very underwhelmed. So first up is EA. Now, EA is mostly known for being a sports game development company. So
And a DLC company.
yes. So I'm not too much for sports games. The most sports game I ever played was MLB The Show '07. That was a long time ago. So otherwise, I not really care for sports games too much. Either that or I play for 10 minutes and I'm like, okay, this was cool. So, but for me, probably the thing that stuck out the most was Unravel 2. For me personally,
That did look good.
Battlefield does look good. Now, as a ex Call of Duty player, I feel dirty saying this, but I might actually play Battlefield this year. I do. I feel like my skin melting off as we speak. Like my marking has gone away.
Fangirls.
Yeah, no. But Anthem looked okay, but for me, there's a lot of hype around it, and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it was just the gameplay that they showed. Maybe that's something else. But from what I
kind
saw,
of feel like that's EA trying to push them to make a new Mass Effect, because Mass Effect kind of like lost its edge lately.
they done fucked up on the last one.
They've made some mistakes ever since EA bought it. Like I've been not happy ever since EA bought BioWare from the start. I knew they were gonna ruin them, and they've kind of they held them off. BioWare held their claws off for a surprising amount of time, but it's really starting to show now that it's an EA company now. So.
Yep, unfortunately. So that was really just I mean, it looks pretty, but I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me. But Unravel looks adorbs.
Unravel did look good.
It also looks like how my future relationships with people I care about are going to end. Because of the parts where you have to help each other and actually coordinate as a team.
oh.
That's worse than Monopoly Night, I feel like.
I'm looking forward to seeing that stream. I really am.
Being actually tied together and having to work towards one goal is going to be really difficult.
I don't know which would be worse, trying to do it over like Zoom or like doing it in person. I don't know. We may beat the shit out of each other though.
I just liked watching that grouse flip out. 'Cause
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, we'll distract the grouse, and the thing couldn't decide which character to pay attention to, so its head was just
Like-
glitching out like crazy.
Yep.
That was fun. It did look good. I liked it.
Yeah. So for me, Unravel and Battlefield are probably going to be my top. As I'm not really into sports games too much, and it just kind of just looks like, you know, same package, different wrapping every year. But that's also a lot of games. Call of Duty.
I mean, sports games, there can only be so much variation anyway. I mean, you got different rosters, but aside from that, it's not like the rules change that much.
True. So that's pretty much. I mean, EA was just. I mean, it was okay. There really wasn't anything I screamed about, but
I wasn't expecting a whole lot from me personally, because similar to you, like I don't play sports games all that much. I'll pick one up if a friend happens to be playing it, and join them for a game or something here and there. But I can't tell you the last sports game that I bought. I think it was like NBA 2K16. I have from a Humble Bundle. That was like the last sports game that I bought, and then before that, I couldn't even tell you. But my opinions, I'm curious to see what Battlefield V is going to be like, and Anthem. I kind of want to see where they actually go with it, because I mean they gave like a quick glimpse of what it's going to be like, but it really does to me kind of look like we were talking about when we were going over the press conferences again. It kind of looks like a mashup of like Titanfall, Destiny, Mass Effect.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I mean, we'll see.
Nah.
Was that your opinion of it, man?
Of the EA? Yeah. I don't remember. Was Sea of Solitude in the EA showcase?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So I thought that one looked cool, only because they took time before it, and we didn't watch it last night, to explain the concept behind Sea of Solitude about mental health and stuff like that.
I forgot about that.
That made the game
that actually did look good.
trailer far more interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did look. I liked it.
That actually did look cool.
Unravel is appealing to me only because I keep thinking about how much Fragonite would fight over it.
I desperately want to see the stream.
If one day you click open the show and one of us is missing, we played Unraveled.
I was gonna go forward. It's like,
well, no, I have to swing to this to get to this, but you have to go up. No, it just.
One of you is going to get eaten by the grouse, and the other one's going to flip shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
Why didn't you jump? I did jump.
Jump harder.
You ran ahead. No, I didn't. You didn't jump.
Oh my gosh. So EA, I think for all of us, with the exception of the Salt and Solitude, that actually did look good.
Yeah, it did. I actually kind of forgot about that one.
But other than
I mean,
that,
there were so many games that we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Going over things.
So next up was Microsoft. Microsoft had, at least as far as titles, the biggest showcase.
Yeah.
My main excitement from Microsoft, because I've been drifting further away from Microsoft Life and Xbox Life, but I flipped my shit at Dying Light 2. That is one of our favorite games to play together.
That's not just Xbox, though, is it?
It'll be PC.
Yeah.
And it should be PS4. I flipped my shit at that, and I love the fact that it's a decision-based version of Dying Light, and I love decision-based games, so the fact that the scenery changes based off your decisions, your whole experience is different, it definitely adds more replay value to those people that probably weren't diehards like we were.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you have different things that you can do and different experiences you can have, so you're going to want to keep replaying it. They learned that from games before it, you know, so Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls is, you know, top 2 for that. Until Dawn is another one. So they definitely were smart in bringing that aspect into it, and from what I did see, one of the major decisions is you help the people, or you go with the bad guys, but the bad guys are keeping all the water supply and stuff. So I feel like at that checkpoint you can have so many different outcomes just from that decision. So I'm interested to see how many times
I think
play
with
it.
with that water mission, they said there were 2 different factions that were vying for control over it, and you could like help one and screw the other one over.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that would affect the outcome of the story afterwards as well. I did like the multiple factions part of that. That was really cool. I found it interesting that I didn't really see any zombies during the daytime, but they were talking about how much of a threat they're going to be during the night. So I'm kind of curious exactly how that's going to roll out, because in the first Dying Light there were just zombies all the time.
Which was like one of our favorite things about it.
Yeah. There were plenty of people to fight, though, which was still cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really hope that they didn't just take zombies out of the daytime. That would really kind of suck.
It might have been the areas that they were in were just
Maybe.
sheltered or something.
Yeah,
It
it could have been like a home base.
Yeah.
Because most of the people they fought during the day were the different factions. But it still looked really good.
It did. Another one that I know we all really agreed that we liked was Cyberpunk.
Yes.
That one's going to be pretty awesome. And then, let's see. Oh, Tomb Raider's going to be with that. And everybody's excited about the expansion of a Cuphead expansion, which I'm still nervous to even play that game once because I'm afraid I'm going to get
I
too
haven't
mad.
played it yet.
And
My
then
8-year-old has, but not me.
Oh yeah. And then they were announcing partnerships with other development companies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some of them are
That's a
cool.
lot.
One of them kind of bothered me.
Yep. So that was my impression of Microsoft. Like I said, I've been kind of drifting away from it for a little while. So there was a couple things I liked, but other than that, I was like, half of the stuff that they showed I can play on PS4. So
Yeah, I was thinking like they had a big showcase, but half the games they showed were on other systems anyway.
I think out of the 50 new titles, he said 18 were exclusives.
Yep.
So yeah.
I mean, 18 exclusives in a year is still pretty good.
Yeah, it is. It is. So that was my opinion on it. It was okay. It was better than EA.
Yeah, much better.
Yep, so that's it. That's my opinion. I know.
The ones that got my attention, of course, there's a new Halo game, so everybody's excited about that, which that's cool. The Crackdown 3 video with Terry Crews, that looked hilarious
Oh
and
yeah.
very, very entertaining, and I'm actually really interested in checking that out. I haven't played any of the Forza games, but that game looked really sharp.
Mhm.
I was very impressed with the graphics and all the season changing and how that actually affects the races, and the fact that it's kind of like more of an open world thing. Because as I recall, Forza was more like a Gran Turismo, where everything's just like closed circuits. So the fact that it was like open world, I mean, maybe Horizon has been open world. I haven't had an Xbox since the first one, so I haven't played any of those. But it looked really cool. Session, the skateboarding game, that one looked pretty interesting as well. It's which I find it interesting how like the extreme sports kind of games like snowboarding and skateboarding and all that, so many people want those games, but then and then a franchise will come out with them, and then it kind of flops within the first couple of games. So then they stop making them, but then people want another one. So a new game comes out. So I'm kind of curious how successful this one's going to be. Battletoads look kind of cool. I was making a joke when we were going over the notes earlier, or yesterday rather, that GameStop's going to have to learn to not be pissed off when people come in asking for Battletoads now, because that was kind of a meme for a while, is to come in and ask for a copy of Battletoads because it's one of the hardest games to find. So they're going to have to learn to not be so pissy about that. They were showing Black Desert, and by the looks of it, it seemed like it was like a single player campaign sort of thing, because it wasn't Black Desert Online. It was just called Black Desert, and it seemed like it had a very specific storyline to it. So I'm kind of curious to see what that's going to end up being like. Devil May Cry was another cool one. Cyberpunk obviously was a pretty neat one. And as far as those game studios, the one that kind of bothered me, because I saw they have like 5 or 6 game studios that they're looking to collaborate with now. I don't know if it seems like they're saying exclusively, like they're only going to be working with Xbox now. And Ninja Theory is the one that kind of bugged me, if it's only going to be exclusive to Xbox now, because they made some of my favorite games over the past few console generations. Because they made Hellblade recently. I loved that game. Heavenly Sword was a PS3 exclusive, and then there was also Enslaved, which was on PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. So if that's going to be an exclusive to Xbox thing now, there's some games I probably won't be getting able to play because I have no plans on getting an Xbox.
I don't think they'll keep it exclusive to Xbox, considering
I hope not.
So they could still release it on PC.
I really hope so, because I mean, even if it is just like that cross-play thing where Xbox games can run on Windows 10 or whatever, if I can still play them, all right, I won't be too pissed off about it. But that did kind of bum me out. Oh, and Metro Exodus looked really cool.
Okay, my turn.
Yes.
Xbox, no. Xbox showed a lot of things that aren't actually just Xbox, so I've still put them in this category because the actual, like, Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red doesn't have their own, like, big showcase, so that's why I put this in Xbox category, because that's where we saw it. The game looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
Just knowing, I've said it 1,000 times, just knowing that CD Projekt Red is making it is what drives me to want it, because they put so much time and effort into details and story that I'm all for it. What else? Dying Light 2, obviously, that looks so cool. The map changing around you as you make decisions. It also makes it harder for me to make a decision knowing that there's definitely a downside to everything. It makes me sit there and be like, I don't know what to do. But it's fun. We Happy Few looks really good. And crazy and unpredictable. So I think that will be awesome to see where that story goes. I wrote down Ori and the Will of the Wisp.
Oh yeah.
But that's gonna be like a cry game. So
Oh yeah.
well, I mean, the first one made me cry, so I don't know if they'll do it to us again. Hopefully not in the first 2 minutes of the game.
I know, rude.
The first game, literally from the start, it was like, hey, here is some crime material.
It's like
And yeah,
flashbacks of The Last of Us.
You cry, like everything. And then I got the Devil May Cry 5. I have not ever played any of the Devil May Cry games, but I don't know. The trailer looked good.
It looked good. It really did.
Yeah. Probably get that one then. It was a good showcase.
It was.
It was decent. I
It was
still,
long.
yeah, it was long. That was the only one that we actually watched in full.
Yeah.
It was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because it was like reveal after reveal after reveal. There wasn't a whole lot of banter in between.
Yeah.
There was something that I was curious about, though. There were a couple of games where they said console launch exclusive, and one of them was like Cuphead. Cuphead's been out for a while, so the way that they're saying console launch exclusive, that makes it sound like they're planning on releasing another console, and that's going to be a game that's on it from the start.
I have no idea.
Who knows?
I
I mean,
don't
there's
really
been
know what
rumors.
The way they said that.
There's been rumors of Xbox Scorpio or Xbox 720 and all this. Who knows
Yeah.
what they're coming up with?
Well, Scorpio, I think, was the code name for the One X or something.
Yeah. I mean, we've already, at least I've already seen the prototype for PlayStation 5, so.
Well, the theoretical prototype.
Yeah. It looks pretty, though.
Pretty expensive.
That Kingdom Hearts PS4, though. That's where it's at. So, next up we had Bethesda. Woo! Todd Howard, we love you. Awesome showcase.
I enjoyed it.
I loved most of the stuff that was in there, and then I also loved we all were talking about the skit with the Alexa.
Oh my god, that was so
I
funny.
forgot. That was so funny.
And then to
I
figure out
love
that
that.
was actually a real thing that you can do.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a joke.
That boggled my mind. I'm like, how does that even actually work?
God, can you imagine the rage of trying to pronunciate the right thing?
Oh,
I would
Cost you
never-
your life.
saying the wrong spell and then you're screwed.
Yep. So, one of the things, obviously, Fallout 76, we're all going to be getting it. And we're
Absolutely.
going to nuke things as much as possible.
We're gonna kill each other.
We're going to be hating each other a lot.
Yeah. Yep. Goals. And also, speaking of Fallout 76, we are doing a giveaway
Yes.
for a free copy of the game all the way up to the day before it launches. The link will be in the info for you to enter. There's lots of different ways to do it, including sharing. So, free copy on any platform that you want, and since we'll be on PC, if you get it on PC, then you will get first dibs to mess around with us in our colony and cause havoc. It would be glorious. And I've never played a Fallout game. Ever.
They're good. They're really good.
But watching just the way that they presented it, I've never been so excited to play a game so many far down in the series to where I really don't understand anything kind of situation.
Well, you'll catch up. They kind of like fill in the lore with.
And
like,
it's a prequel, so
Yeah.
you don't have to know the story progression of the others.
I mean, you could easily get caught up on the lore just by looking up the Wikipedia page in like
Oh, yeah.
3 minutes of reading, and you'll be caught up.
Yeah. So I actually liked every single game that Bethesda showcased. Rage 2 looked really cool.
Yep.
Hot Dog's a Wolfenstein fan. So, Doom. I mean, it's Doom. I have an autographed copy of the new Doom by all the developers. Thanks, GameStop.
Surprise.
Thanks, GameStop. Starfield looks kind of coolish. I'm not really into space thing too much, but it still looks really pretty. And then what was it? I think it was the Blades for Elder Scrolls. Yep.
Yeah, this.
Poop game.
They said they were gonna try to put it on like everything.
Yeah, poop game.
Poop game.
Poop game.
Yeah. So those I loved it. Bethesda's always been, I think, one of the most entertaining, if anything, showcases
Yeah.
that they have. So if even if you don't care for the game so much, they're having you laughing or they're having you sing the song that they were playing in the beginning.
God. Yeah.
See, all of us were
Sure,
singing, and other
whatever.
people were like, "That song sucks. Why would you have that in
I
there?"
thought it fit very well.
I
with
think it
it.
did too.
I mean, it's got West Virginia in the name.
Yeah.
or in the lyrics,
Well-
and it's a game based in West Virginia.
But
How is that not fitting?
Oddly enough, so many people were complaining about that.
Fits so well. It
I'm
made
just
the
jamming
movie-
along, and I'm like, is anybody singing with me? Turn it up. So, yeah,
good.
Bethesda was fantastic. I love Todd Howard. He's like, he is
The
developer
map
goals.
fucking glows in the dark. I
The
love
map
it.
fucking glows in the dark. Damn right, Todd, it does.
I love that. That was great.
Yeah. So it was really cool, and like to Todd for me is developer goals.
Yeah.
Probably the top person I look up to, especially as far as how he started and everything. So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
a really, really,
His
really
backstory
good
is cool.
showcase, and I really am excited to play Fallout 76 with you guys.
I'm
Oh my god, it's gonna be so much fun. I'm definitely requesting days off, let me tell you. Like 3,
Oh yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. You better request it. So that was me. I mean, Bethesda was my second favorite of the conference, so they always do really fantastic. So yeah, that's hot dog.
So, of course, Fallout 76 was like the highlight of it for me. I mean, I'm super excited to see what it's going to be like. One of the things that kind of that I instantly clung to when I heard it was the map is 4 times the size of Fallout 4, and that's something that I've like pondered about with any game that says this map is bigger than whatever. Sure, it's great to have that as a buzzword, but does it mean that it's bigger? Just they just made the space that you can roam around larger, and there's like nothing to do just for the sake of saying we have X much more mileage to cross, or is it an actual like populated area with stuff to do? Because if it's just open, bare nothingness just for the sake of saying the map is larger, then it doesn't really mean anything.
He said there was going to be dozens and dozens of real players in your map with you. So I think the map
Yeah.
is bigger so that you guys aren't living on top of each other.
That was something else, something that somebody else I was talking about the whole thing with. He was saying, being that you are like building towns and whatnot, there's a good chance that a lot of it will be kind of open area with not much going on aside from like trees and whatnot, because you'll need places to build, which I get that, but still, like, is it just going to be open space, or is it going to be like things going on there?
Right.
But aside from that, yeah, the town building, the multiplayer part of it, like that was when I was listening to the presentation, I was scared and excited at the same time that they turned it multiplayer and online, because I was like, oh shit, we're going the MMO direction, and they're just going to water it down to nothing. But the way that they have things set up, it sounds like it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's only like 12 people on each server, I think they said. So it's still going to be kind of isolated, apocalypse, not much as far as people running around all over the place goes. So it's still going to be a similar experience to the Fallouts that you've played before. It's just going to be, you can play with your friends now, which people have been wanting to do for a long time. So that's really cool. The poop game Elder Scrolls Blades seemed really
We didn't
interesting.
explain what we meant by that.
No.
We're not
Sorry,
calling the
Bethesda.
Poop game is kind of a
Hashtag on Twitter, poop game.
Yeah. Basically, it just means like when you're going to take a poop and you need something to entertain yourself with for the 20 minutes that it takes.
Harry
to-
Potter.
Yeah. I mean, I have a buddy who has a Game Boy and a Game Gear both plugged in right next to his toilet. So, yeah, it's poop game.
That's a smart man.
Wolfenstein: The Youngblood. When we saw that we were going to be able to play as BJ's twin daughters and it's co-op, that was really, really cool to me. I was very excited to check that out. I'm definitely going to be hunting for people to play that game with.
That's gonna be me and Hot Dog's version of Unravel.
Hey, I am cool with that. If you want to play Wolfenstein with me, that's awesome. Doom Eternal, hey, it's more Doom. Can't be upset about that. I really enjoyed. I was kind of nervous originally when I heard that Bethesda was the company that was publishing the Wolfenstein and the Doom remakes, because it really made me nervous that a company that doesn't do those kind of games took it over, but they've done a really good job with them. So I'm excited to see what they're doing with these upcoming ones. And I might have to finally get Prey. I kind of had a grudge against that game for a while because I really wanted Prey 2, the sequel that we were really supposed to get for the original Prey that was back in like 2006, because I bought that when that first came out and fell in love with it. And at the very end of the game, it says right after the credits, to be continued. So I've been waiting for an actual sequel for that game forever, and that was in development hell for like over a decade. And then we got a game that was literally just a complete rewrite, just totally scrapped what we were supposed to get. So I had a grudge against it for a while. I might have to break and finally get it after I saw the updates for the newer one.
It looked crazy.
It looked pretty fun. It really did. So those are kind of my highlights on that one.
For me, Bethesda, obviously Fallout 76. Everyone's gonna be playing it. I love music. It just got stuck in my head. I sang it for like a whole week, just when I was falling asleep. I'm excited to nuke people. Everyone's crying about
More
it, like
specifically
I don't want to
me.
lose
She
my
just wants to
progress,
nuke
but
me.
they explained it. You have this kit. You shouldn't lose your shit.
Yeah,
And
your
it's
progress
not
doesn't go
worth it.
anywhere.
Yeah. So everyone's just thinking that they're gonna build something and they're gonna lose it every day.
You might lose the town, but your character's progress won't be
Yeah.
lost.
But if it's hard to get the codes, this is not something that you should deal with very often.
Right.
Especially if people
5
don't have people
minutes.
to work with them. Yeah, every 5 minutes your shit blows up. Wolfenstein.
I'm just waiting for.
Contra
God
Blood,
damn it, Darl! Stop blowing shit
Yeah.
up.
He'll definitely do that.
I know he's gonna do it a lot.
Love
I
it
do
all.
like the Wolfenstein game. That looked really cool.
It did. It really did.
I haven't played the other Wolfensteins because I always thought they were like a little too gory for me. Some
They
of
are
the kill scenes
Gory.
are hard to watch. Yeah. I don't have a strong stomach for that stuff. But I'll probably play it anyway because it just looked that good.
It looks
And then the poop game.
Boot game.
100% getting that. When did
yeah,
this
of course you're getting it.
I
It's
already
free.
have it
Yeah.
pre-downloaded
free.
on my phone.
Yeah, we were
How?
wondering about that during the showcase because it said pre-order,
Uh-huh.
but it was free. So we were like, why
It's
So it
would
just
free this
hasn't
fall.
been it hasn't been released yet. I don't know why it says pre-order though.
But why would you even need to sign? Are they
Maybe-
limited copies? Like,
Either that or maybe in case you forget when it comes out, the icon will randomly just show up on your phone and be like, "Oh, Poop Game is out."
it's Christmas. I have a new game. Yeah, I don't know. I was confused about it, but that's it.
Yay.
All right.
Oh, and
So-
Starfield did look interesting.
Yes, it did.
I missed that one.
So next is going to be Square Enix.
It was so short.
Is there really anything else that we need to say about Square Enix other than fucking Kingdom Hearts 3?
Shadow of Tomb Raider. I like Tomb Raider.
Kingdom Hearts 3!
I
We've
like
been
Tomb Raider.
Talking about Kingdom Hearts 3 for years, and yay, we finally got to see something, but I don't know. I'm burnt out on waiting.
Yeah, I mean, I am too, but if, like, I mean, we were talking about the other day, if it, having to wait makes the game better, then, oh, wait.
No.
Yeah, it won't be.
Unless you get stuck on a mission in the first 5 minutes, and then you're like, oh, that sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then Just Cause 4 actually looks pretty good. I've never played any of the other ones, but that trailer enticed me a little bit. And then Shadow of the Tomb Raider, of course.
Yes.
But I was like everybody else. Like, it was literally a 30-minute showcase, and it ended, and I was like, hello? Did my internet cut out? Why did it stop?
What happened? Where'd the
Yeah.
show go?
Well, it's because they're just one company. They're not like a whole platform. So Xbox was long because it showed other
Yeah.
people it
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you play on Xbox.
But, like, we love Square Enix so much that I would definitely always wish for a longer showcase from them, so...
They're one of my favorite companies.
Yep. So, I mean, that was mostly all I cared about. Kingdom Hearts 3.
They didn't have Final Fantasy VII Remake in there. So.
They didn't.
Not
Oh
yet.
my gosh, so many people in the Twitch chat for that was like, are we going to see
Yeah.
Final Fantasy? And then, yep, nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think that's coming out for a while.
I was so bummed.
It's such a massive project. Like the original Final Fantasy VII, it was so huge.
Mm.
And if they're trying to remake it with today's standards, it's gonna be massive. And they were talking about breaking it up into installments anyway because of how large it is. So we'll see what happens with it.
We'll see. So, yeah, I mean, I started yelling and screaming every time I see Kingdom Hearts, so, and I really want that Kingdom Hearts edition PS4.
You already have a PS4.
So?
It doesn't matter.
That's not the
Well, then
point.
Sell your PS4 to me, and then you go get your.
She has sold her systems to get special edition ones before.
Touche. Not wrong. I almost did it for the God of War one, so
I know you did.
I remember that. I was like,
That
"Are you really
close.
getting that?"
I will do it though for Kingdom Hearts. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, I won't shame you for that. I understand.
So that was my opinion, hot dog.
So, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, of course, because I've been a fan of the Tomb Raider series for a long time, and even the newer ones I've enjoyed quite a bit. A lot of people have been kind of griping about them because they're not the same as the original Tomb Raiders, but I'm taking them for what they are, and I think they're fun to play. So I'm looking forward to the closeout of the trilogy. And I hope this one eventually comes out on Linux as well, because we have 2013 on Linux, and Rise of the Tomb Raider recently got ported to Linux and Mac as well. So I'm hoping eventually the same will happen with Shadow. So that'd be awesome. The Quiet Man actually looked pretty intriguing to me as well.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, because that was one that I've never heard anything about, and then we saw that little preview of it, and it looks pretty cool. I'm
Yeah.
curious to see where they go with that. I saw Nier Automata Become as Gods edition, and I'm wondering what they're gonna do with that. Because the only DLC that they came out with that was just a battle arena where you can get some extra costumes and stuff. So unless they added more content to this one, all you're gonna get is like the base game, and then the oddly priced $13 DLC for it. So I don't know where they're going with that. I'm kind of curious to see what is actually in that package. And then the Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit looked really neat.
Oh, it looks so adorable.
I'm anxious to play that. It's out on the 26th, so that's like 10 days from when we're recording this right now.
Yep.
So I'll definitely be downloading that and checking it out.
Oh, yeah.
I still need to go back and get the Before the Storm for Life is Strange.
It's-
And I found that interesting that it's in the same universe, but it's a completely different story. So I'm curious how that's going to connect with it. But the fact that it's a free download, I think that's really cool. I haven't really been as much as I love Square Enix RPGs, I have never played a Kingdom Hearts game, so I don't have that sentimental clinging that all these other folks do.
Me and Ash's fangirling.
Yeah. I'm not against Kingdom Hearts. I just never got around to it. Like a lot of people have never gotten around to playing a Final Fantasy game. And part of me is like, what? but there are plenty of games that I haven't played that other people have gone nuts over. So I'm not against playing Kingdom Hearts. I would love to. I just haven't yet. And there's another Dragon Quest coming out, which, Dragon Quest, it's a cool series, so that should be fun. And then there are a few other games, but yeah, the highlights for me were The Quiet Man, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and Captain Spirit.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider, yes. I still have to finish the first two, and I will.
Good.
But I'm always going to play them because I think it's a good series, and I played the originals a long time ago. So
Oh yeah.
I like to keep up with it. What else we got? I wrote down The Quiet Man also because it was a different concept than other things I had seen before, but I didn't. Did they really show any gameplay? I don't think they did.
Not
Just a trailer
really.
looking thing.
Yeah, it was a pre-rendered trailer, so
Yeah.
there wasn't any actual gameplay that I was aware of.
So
But it
I'm
look-
more interested to see what that entails. If it's just a cool concept or if it is actually like all around interesting. Kingdom Hearts. I like that in other people don't like this. I like that it's on Xbox now also. So I'm excited that it's not locked into PS4 because I don't freaking have one. And yeah, I've been waiting for this game forever since I was a teenager. How long has
It's
it
been in development for
I don't know. You're in about your 50s now, right? So
Oh, you're a piece of poop. Captain Spirit. If it's like Life is Strange, I'll probably just cry. So maybe not.
It looked like it was going to be a heart wrencher for sure.
Because he was talking about how he missed his mom. So I'm like, no.
Yeah,
let's get
and his
that.
dad's an alcoholic and all that. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a heart wrencher.
It looked good,
It did.
but I don't know if I want to feel so depressed after a game.
You have to detox with like cartoons or anime.
Yeah,
but-
I had to watch anime immediately after, and like the really goofy ones with all the fan service.
Yeah.
So I could just be like, that's ridiculous. Okay. I feel better.
I can list a few for you.
Because, all right. That's it.
So
Yay.
next is Ubisoft.
That was
Ubisoft, what? Yeah, Ubisoft was my second favorite showcase
said
from
that
last.
already.
No, from last year.
Oh, okay.
So I was comparing it to this year. I mean, I'm literally looking forward to the Division 2. I know it was already showcased earlier, but I felt like Ubisoft's presentation of it is what caught my attention.
Mhm.
I didn't really look into it for the first time I saw it, but the way that they presented it was like, okay, this actually sounds pretty cool. So I might look into that. New Assassin's Creed game. You know, Assassin's Creed is timeless until they run out of places to set it.
They had that kind of. They had a little bit of an era where they were. They lost their edge.
Yeah.
But they kind of started getting it back again.
Another really cool thing was Beyond Good and Evil 2. I think that Hit Record's involvement in this game is really, really cool to make people that are fans of it and love it and they're able to contribute to something like that and
Yeah, what they call it,
basically
the
be
Space
immortalized.
Monkey program or something like that.
yeah. So I think
Which
that's
I
pretty
love
cool.
that name. I love that name.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty awesome that the fans were able to participate. So I know they're really happy. Kind of a little disappointed. Actually, a lot more disappointed from last year. But I think part of that was because last year South Park was in it, and I love South Park.
Yeah.
So I feel like this year was extremely underwhelming for the most part compared to that. I mean, how do you beat, booty dancing for some guy in the back of a strip club? You just don't. You just don't,
I mean, I
UB.
never have, so I can't really say.
So that was pretty much it for me. I mean, I overall love Ubisoft as a company. Honestly, I think they make really good stuff. So I'm not gonna let one mediocre showcase deter me. So that was pretty much it. I mean, that was another short one, unfortunately. So
Yeah, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 2 definitely caught my attention. That's another game that we've been waiting on for a long time and has been going through kind of development hell. Like, 1 minute they're working on it, the next they're not. It's cool to see that it seems like we're actually finally going to get it now. And the first game was a single player. This one is single player or co-op, from what they were saying. So that's pretty cool. And then also the community being able to contribute content for the game. That was freaking awesome. The Division 2 definitely looked like it's going to be an improvement on the first Division game, which I really like the campaign, like the PvE side of the Division. I can't even remember what the heck the zone is called for the PvP side, but I honestly never even went into that zone area for PvP. Everybody's so cutthroat and aggressive over there, and it didn't appeal to me. But the actual like campaign side of the game, I really enjoyed, and the way they have it set up for for the raids of up to 8 people,
yeah.
I think that's going to be really cool. Which we were talking about that last night when we were going over the presentations again. That it seems like a lot of games love to stick with up to 4 players, and as like Sarah, you were saying, you always either have not enough people or too many people. It's either you can never find anyone, or you got like 5 or 6 people that want to play.
Yeah.
4-player game. What are you gonna do? But this one can scale, like you can have anywhere up to 8 people. I think that's really neat. Because that's, I mean, if we can coax everybody in Beyond to get the game, we can have like Beyond raids all the time. I think that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Like, we really need to coax these guys, please.
But I think that'd be really cool. And I mean, Assassin's Creed, it's another Assassin's Creed. It did look good though. I have yet to play Origin. That one looked really, really well done. Odyssey, because as I was saying, they kind of went through. It seems like they kind of went through a slump around like the Syndicate and what the heck was the other one that had like performance issues or something. I honestly stopped playing them after 3. I just lost interest after the Desmond arc was over. It just didn't seem to have the same edge that it did. But then around Origin, they started to seem appealing again. So, I mean, maybe I'll check it out. I'm kind of up in the air about it. But yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 2 and the Division 2 definitely caught my attention. Starlink I did think was neat though, for having having Star Fox. As when we were watching that, I heard that sort of yarbled talking that's just from Star Fox. You instantly know it. I'm like, oh god, what are they gonna do? But it looked pretty neat. I don't have a Switch, so I probably won't be able to play it, but it looked fun. But yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 2, Division 2, those are my highlights on it.
All I wrote down was Beyond Good and Evil 2. I never played the first one, but I thought this looked fun. I like that there was the co-op and the solo player action RPG. So that was pretty cool. And then, yeah, other games talk about having the community help them with music and stuff. That's awesome. So I'm excited.
Yes. All the excitement.
I wish I could make music.
Be the jack of all trades.
We could work on it.
So that would be
Sony,
which was my favorite. I've been such a Sony fangirl. Let me just take a minute to calm down from thinking of all the games I have to ramble off.
That was probably-
Everything. I mean, tell me what even a little bit of a gay person did not squeal with excitement at that damn Last of Us 2 trailer. Hot damn.
Yeah, right.
I'm
Everyone's like,
still trying to get the short circuit out of my headphones from hanging out with you during that.
Oh, yeah. Yep. You should
actually-
be lucky you didn't have to listen to Ash, too, because I know she was yelling.
Oh, yeah, she was expressing via text how excited she was, and I was a little grateful that my headphones were not in her.
Yeah.
She was streaming it, wasn't she? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I, like, flipped my shit. So I'm... And it's not just that, so put my gayness aside for 2 seconds. It wasn't
Is that
just because
possible?
no, it's not. It doesn't even move. It's just a stalemate right here. Apart from that obvious excitement, the scene right after, I can take a lot of gore, but seeing that guy's intestines dangle from his body like that,
You're,
oh,
Is it weird that I got giddy when I saw that? I was like, oh, it's so gross.
well, you're pretty fucked up, hot dog. So that's
Hey.
accurate.
wow.
No, it's true.
Mean
It is.
spirited.
So, but oh my god, it makes me. I definitely have to finish the first one because holy crap, this looks like Game of the Year material.
It looked really good.
It's gonna fight for me. It's gonna fight between that and well, luckily it's not coming out. Is it coming out this year or did it say early of next year? I think it was early of next year.
I think.
Because otherwise it's gonna be fighting with Detroit for me.
That's
They're
right.
gonna be battling. So, so yeah, Last of Us 2, amazing. Sony should probably fix your audio issues. However,
Oh,
I know everybody heard that. But God, everything I saw, I was like, oh my God, yes! Like I was so excited. What was it? Ghost of Tsushima
that looked good.
looks really good. Spider-Man, one of the games I'm going to be getting. Spyro, one of the games I'm going to be getting. Death Stranding. Questions.
So weird. It was so weird.
I'm excited
more
about the
questions than
game,
I
but
do.
I don't know why. I don't understand why I'm excited about this game because I don't know what's happening. I thought it was so funny when I was going through the trending hashtags of E3 for the Sony showcase. A lot of people were like, Death Stranding looks good, but what is it? That's
Yeah,
like all it was.
More
What
questions
are
than
you?
what there were originally.
Mm-hmm. But it looks really good. The graphics are really pretty.
Of course.
And then let's just have a minute of happy gloriousness for the remake that is Resident Evil 2.
That looks so good.
That moment where you saw the head turn and you knew who it was.
Yeah,
Yes.
everyone was freaking out. Like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, you heard in the audience.
And
everybody-
they just, from the bit that we saw, it looks like they did a really, really good job at getting that remaster done.
The squishy rat.
Oh my gosh, yeah, when he bit the neck and the neck skin was just like tearing, I was like, oh, it's so good, but I can't look away. But it's icky, no, I gotta look.
But you didn't like the guy's intestines.
That
It-
was
it's
just
squishy.
squeamish. The Last of Us 2 part looked a lot more realistic than what the Resident Evil 2 remake
did.
did. So I have a feeling I'm gonna have a lot of cringy moments when I play that game. So, but yeah, Sony was absolutely fantastic to me. I'm excited about so many games over there. You know, even though my soul is still disheartened about the Spider-Man situation, I will
What
still be
Spider-Man?
playing it. It's Batman in a Spider-Man suit.
Oh, right.
It's the same exact game, same mechanics, everything, only in Spider-Man world,
Yeah.
which is fine because I'll still play it. But
I mean,
Batman
there's solid
did first.
gameplay mechanics. So.
I mean there is, but I just was. like I looked at it and I was like, is this Batman? And it's just I'm colorblind or something. What the fuck? And then I was
Yeah, palette swap.
yeah. The whole web thing looks really fun though.
That did look cool.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I'll be playing it. Talk shit as I must. I'll still be playing it because it's Spider-Man. So, but yeah, Control also looked really good.
Yes, it did.
I mean, everything that they showed looked really good. There wasn't like a bad showing anywhere in that for me at all.
That Trover Saves the Universe was kind of. I don't even know what it was about.
Game.
The one with the bathtub guy.
Oh yeah, this bathtub guy.
Yeah, he's like, don't pay attention to me. I'm just a bathtub.
This is about
guy.
the
We're
game."
talking about the game. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, Sony stole the show for me. They've actually been stealing it for me for the last couple years.
They usually put on a good presentation. This one was.
Yeah. But I thought it was great, and I love the fact that they positioned the very first venue for Sony. It was in that tent that was also part of that trailer.
That was really.
Because at first you saw it, and it's like, did the actual center break down? Did they move to it somewhere? What happened?
They didn't really put much money into this.
No. So, but then once you saw the trailer, you're like, oh, okay.
I get it.
Got it, cool. So, I thought that was really nifty. So, I'm so excited. One of my goals this weekend is to write down all of the games from the showcase. And there's even games that I found that aren't in the showcase that are coming out.
Yeah.
My Hero Academia, I'm so excited for that one.
That was something that I was going to mention too. Is there were other presentations that we never realized, like Devolver. They had a whole presentation as well.
Yep.
That was kind of news to me after the fact too. It was like, oh, okay.
Yep. So, yeah, just overall excited for everything. I have to plan out my time and beat as many games as I humanly can before everything starts coming. You know, I have until August when We Happy Few comes out. And then I have a month break after that for like 3 weeks in a row of a game coming out in September. That's going to be a rough month.
Yep. Starting in September, I'm going to be hurting financially.
Yep.
Not that I'm not already.
Yeah, not that we're not already.
I'm gonna have to make a list of priorities, I think.
Yeah, same.
Yep. So yeah, I loved everything. I love Sony. I use it in school projects as much as humanly possible because I love them so much. So yeah, that was me. I loved it. A+, amazing. Love me.
Yeah. As far as the games go, I thought Sony had a really good presentation. As far as the actual like presentation part of the presentation, could have used a little work. The fact that a company that makes audio equipment had more audio issues than I've ever seen anybody have in an E3 presentation, that was a little like, who did you hire to do the audio? And their stage construction was a little questionable as well. Like they had a walking path to go from one venue to another, and it was like this sort of like koi fish pond kind of thing, but it was plywood and trash bags for the pond. Didn't really put much money into this, did we, big company?
Nope.
But aside from the quality of the actual stage, I was really excited about some of the games that they were showing. I mean, The Last of Us 2 was friggin' awesome. And me being the nerd geek that I am, seeing that the trees and the foliage were like super realistic, and like as Ellie was going through the bushes and whatnot, the stalks of these massive leaves and all, and just anything that she was walking through was actually like bending and flexing out of the way accurately. That to me was very impressive because it's really hard to get that kind of stuff right. And anytime I see really good water, really good trees and foliage that responds naturally, I'm gonna be impressed by it. And they did an awesome job with the plant life and every bit of the scenery was just incredible. And the battling system was like awesome. Everything about that freaking game looked incredible to me, and I can't wait to check it out. That was like the game that was like, okay, I might end up getting a PlayStation, because I right now I just have a PC, and I've been very happy with just having a PC. But that game is like the game that will make me get a PlayStation, if anything.
That's a very high honor, by the way. If anybody does not understand how much this man is against consoles,
I used to be perfectly fine. Like, I have no problem with other people playing consoles. It's just I love my PC so much that I don't see a reason to get a console. But this game could be the reason why I get one.
Mm-hmm. Says a lot.
Yeah. Control looked really cool. That was like a cyberpunk Jedi lady thing that was going on there. That was like really, really cool. I'm definitely interested in seeing more of what's going on there. That Ghost of Tsushima, probably just slaughtered the name. That looked really cool. It reminded me of some of the older, sort of samurai games that I've played before. It kind of gave me like a less gory Tenchu vibe. I don't know if either of you have played Tenchu before, but it's like a stealth assassin game. It was on PlayStation. I know it was on PlayStation 2. I think it was on PlayStation 1 as well. Pretty sure. But they had a few games out, and it was a little bit more actiony than the stealth. Like, there was still clearly stealth to it, but it was a little bit more actiony than the kind of stealthy Tenchu side of things. But it looked really promising. It looked really cool. And I was, again, really impressed with the visuals on it. And that one scene where the two supposed teammates were fighting each other, the leaves that were just like independently responding to everything that was going on between the wind and the characters walking around in them, each leaf reacted differently to what was going on. That was incredible to me, because the amount of physics that goes into processing that kind of stuff is they're really putting the system.
You can't even come up with the words.
They're really putting the system to work on that. That's really, really cool. Resident Evil, of course, I can't wait to play that. I love Resident Evil. And Death Stranding, again, like I was saying, I have more questions than ever before about that game. It looks like it's going to be an amazing story. But as far as the gameplay, all that I saw was walking. I want to see some more gameplay before I really develop a overall opinion on it, because I don't even have an opinion on it other than it looks like the story is going to be really cool. I need to see what we're actually going to be doing between those nifty story segments in order for me to get excited about it. But the premise looked really cool. The cutscenes looked awesome. So I'm anxious to see what he does with it. And that's kind of my highlights for the moment. There were other games too, but those were the ones that stood out to me.
So yeah, The Last of Us 2 absolutely looked amazing. The fight sequences, the stealth, the story aspect, everything just looked like it was going to be maybe the best game ever. I don't have a PlayStation. I will wait for Frag to sell me hers so she can get the parts. Because I want to play this game. Control looked really cool. It had I said last night. It had like a Inception vibe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yep.
It was like they're bending reality. So I want to see what happens with that, what you can do with that. I watched this showcase at work, and everybody in the room lost their shit during Resident Evil 2 remake. They're like, "What? I know this. This is Resident Evil." Yeah, they're just like losing their minds. So, I'll definitely play that. Although it scares the crap out of me. It always has. Every Resident Evil game I've played gets me. Like,
God, please stream it.
Please do.
Please.
This one might be easier to play through than Outlast, though. I mean, it should be. 'Cause Outlast is meant to make you cry.
Resident Evil's a little bit more actiony. So yeah.
So I probably won't have the extreme anxiety that I had with Outlast. Like I couldn't even go to bed afterwards. I was like, I need to watch something else and talk to people, and I need all the lights on. Death Stranding. I have no idea what that was. Why was there a baby in there? Why was there shadowy people?
Yeah, the
Why
psychic
was he
stealth
walking
alert
so
thing.
much?
What the fuck?
What? Yeah, like why was he tapping on a glass to wake the baby up? Like
How did the baby know that it was alive?
I don't know what that was. So yeah, hopefully
Hopefully they meant to do that.
Oh yeah, they did.
create buzz by confusing the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
worked.
That's a Kojima thing for sure. I mean, hell, look at PT. Everybody was going nuts after that.
It's true.
That's it for me because I'm not a Spider-Man person. I don't really care about
Yeah.
Spider-Man. That comedy game just was like,
Comedy.
not even that funny.
Oh, the
The
Bathtub
Trover Save the
Yeah.
Universe.
yeah, bathtub guy.
I don't watch Rick and Morty, so I had no appeal to me. That's all I got. Yay, Sony!
Yay!
Fix your audio
Yay,
shit.
games that I can't play.
Yay, games! Yay, games
I lo-
that they'll get to watch me play.
I did love that though when they were doing the recap
Like
at the end.
Detroit,
of
right
Signals
after
Got
we
Crossed.
finish filming the show.
Wait, what? Hot dog?
When those guys were doing the recap, when it was like the four of them talking, and the signals got crossed on the wireless microphones, and they were picking up some random person talking,
Like, what the hell
and
is
all of
that?
them heard it, and they're looking at each other laughing, like, "What just happened?" That was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty funny, yeah.
There was something else I wanted to say. Oh, Resident Evil. That did not look like Leon, but I'll still love the game.
I mean, there were Leon-like aspects. It wasn't like a carbon copy or anything.
It was such a stretch from every other Leon that we've seen, though.
Well, he's updated.
Like, usually, if you see a character that's supposed to be Leon, you look at him and go, oh, yeah, that's definitely Leon. This one looks like a completely different person. But still, I'm going to love the game because it's freaking Resident Evil. So.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So that is it for
No, it's not.
episode 5.
Nintendo.
You forgot Nintendo.
Do we have to?
Yeah!
Do we have to? Do we have
Oh
to?
my
I was
God.
trying to push Nintendo away because that's my fault from not having a Switch. So we could just forget
Rub
about
the
it.
salt in all my wounds. But
Oh
I'm
my
like, I have a
God.
Switch.
I'm so jealous.
You own a gaming channel,
So jealous.
All platforms are created equally.
right? Well, maybe not, but they all deserve attention.
My saltiness.
She can dish it, but she can't
Damn
take
right.
it. All right. So does that mean you didn't write anything down for Nintendo?
Yeah.
I did.
Hot dog, what you got?
I mean, I haven't had a Nintendo since the 64, so it's about time that I catch up. I wouldn't mind having a Switch, I have to say. Xenoblade Chronicles seemed pretty interesting to me. I mean, that's an RPG series that has... well, there've been, what, Xenosaga, Xeno Chronicles, and then... Or, no, what was it? There was Xenoblade, Xenogears. That I think that was the one. I don't know if they're related or not, but they're all cool games anyway. I haven't dug that deep into it, as you can tell. Obviously, Super Mario Party. That's gonna be fun. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I do like the way that they have that set up where they're going to have every single character that's been in any Smash Brothers game ever, but it starts out with a small roster that you gradually unlock as you play it. I think that's really cool.
This
Finally
game is
going
why
back.
I'm salty.
Finally going back to, well, Nintendo's been really good about this, but it's nice to see like a major game go back to the, oh yeah, you just earn the stuff within the game as opposed to having to pay to unlock stuff.
Yeah.
And then Fire Emblem looks like it's going to be pretty cool. Though I'm like I used to like I've played Pokemon as the card game when that was a new thing. I haven't really played much of the actual like video games, so the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee thing, they don't seem too appealing to me. That Pokeball did seem kind of neat though, because it's like a little mini controller that you can actually connect to the system and use it in tandem with the whatever the Switch controllers are called. I know there was a name for them. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, there's a couple things there. I would really like to check out the Smash Brothers. That would be pretty fun. I think Brawlhalla is the name of the game that's on Steam. That's like the closest thing that I can get to Smash Brothers right now.
Yep.
I would like to play an actual Smash Brothers game.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to check out Xenoblade Chronicles. So, I mean, those are the two things that really caught my attention with that. And yay, Switch is getting Fortnite.
That would be interesting. I can't even play Fortnite on like the phone or barely on the computer. I can get away with it. So on the Switch would be
You
interesting
can have
how
your
that would work.
controller back.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
way you like to play Fortnite. I am absolutely getting the Pokemon game because I have a child. There's no way I can't get it. Like he watches a lot of YouTube. He is gonna know that it's out. He needs to be like, where is it?
There's two games though.
Yeah.
There's the Pikachu one and the Eevee one.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the differences.
It seems like it's the same game just with a different character.
Well, then it would be the Pikachu one because he loves Pikachu, but he calls him Chocopi.
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 We don't pronounce anything correct in this house, so
that's
James
great.
just started calling him Chocopi.
They got a female Pikachu in Smash
Oh,
Brothers
I
too.
heard about that. Yeah.
That was interesting to me.
And we have already planned out that we're gonna buy more controllers and we're gonna have Smash Brothers tournaments in our house. So
There you go.
that's happening. I'm probably gonna lose all of them because I'm not good at games like that, but try not to get salty about it. And Mario Party, I like the linking up the switches. That seemed kind of cool.
I would love to see us be able to play party games like that on stream.
Yeah,
I think that would be really fun.
Yep. I agree.
do that with Mario Kart too. Just gotta get you guys.
Yes.
Yep. I would do it.
I would get so salty because you guys would keep throwing shells and bananas at me.
Yeah.
Goddamn blue
At
shell.
least you already know ahead of time. Can't say you weren't warned.
Hit me again one more time. God damn it.
I'm gonna turn this fucking cart around. So, that is actually it. Excuse my Nintendo Saw. I'm so pissed that I can't play Smash Brothers.
You could if you had one.
I need a Switch. Well,
PS4, so why don't you just come on over?
oh, that's right, because she's got a Switch and I have the PS4, so we would just bring consoles together.
There you go.
Yep.
One
Solved.
big happy family. Yep, there we go. Done. So, but that is it for us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. It did go a little long, but that's okay because it's
We had
E3.
fun.
There was a lot of content.
It's
It was
E3.
a lot. Yeah, it's
So-
E3. There's a lot.
Yep. But we will be back in 2 weeks talking about recent gaming news and whatnot to keep you guys updated on what the heck is going on, since you probably don't have enough time to look it up yourself. So we're here for you. It is still June, which means that we are still selling these Pratt Wolfie shirts, and all the proceeds go to GLAD. So the link for down there will be available, so you can go buy your shirt. 'Cause it's pretty.
As long as you're watching this in June. If you're not, sorry.
Yeah. So we hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know what your favorite parts of E3 were. What company was your favorite, and what you're looking forward to, what you're buying. We would definitely love to hear your opinions. But we will be back in 2 weeks with another show. Hope you guys enjoyed the new pretties that are around us, thanks to her.
Yay!
Yep. That my poor work bear. She's been just nonstop lately because of me.
Pumping out crap.
Yep, she definitely is. So,
Well, you can play the crap game.
Yay!
boop game, yes. So yeah, we will be back in 2 weeks. If you haven't, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, share, haha, whatever button you want to push. Yeah, it's gonna be a button now. Haha button.
button.
Yeah, pretty much. And if you haven't, go follow our Twitch. I actually will be streaming on there right after this show. So Bear can see
Right
all
after the recording of the show. She's not going to be streaming after you watch the show. Well, she might be.
I
but...
might be, you never know.
Yeah, right.
So, yep. I will be doing another playthrough of Detroit, so